Welcome into Three Rivers Stadium, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Our Week 2 Monday Night Football game, the Raiders and the Steelers. And welcome into another NFL matchup here at Jammin' Sports. The Raiders and the Steelers. The Raiders at 1-0, the Steelers at 0-1. Oakland will get the ball first. We're underway, live from Pittsburgh. Fielded by Robinson at the 9-yard line, brings it out over the 30, out to the 31-yard line. And that's where the Raiders will have it, 1st and 10. Marcus Robinson, the 12th year defensive back out of Stanford. Starting quarterback, Kevin Edwards, in his 9th year out of Army. Starting quarterback for the Oakland Raiders. A beautiful night here in Pittsburgh. About 70 degrees at kickoff. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. The home opener for the Steelers. Steelers lost on the road to the Chargers in Week 1. 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. 4 receivers wide. Edwards takes the snap, hands off to John Chappell, a huge hole up the middle, and Chappell out to the 45-yard line. A gain of 14 yards and a Raider first down on the first play of the game. John Chappell in his 10th year out of Arkansas, number 23. Chappell spent 3 years with the Chargers, now in his 7th year with the Raiders. First and 10, Oakland. Opening drive of the ball game. The Raiders beat Buffalo in Week 1. 1st and 10 from the 45. Edwards in the eye. Hands off to John Chappell again, and Chappell out to the 48-yard line. A gain of 3. Let's take a look at the Raiders offense. Up front, Veldheer, Hayes, Durham, Walker, and Barletta. And then it's Harrison, Peterson, Chappell, Siegel, and Francisca. It'll be 2nd and 7 for the Raiders at their own 48-yard line. Opening drive of the ball game. Three receivers to the near side. Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards back. Throws downfield to Siegel. Down to the Steeler 37-yard line. Jason Siegel, the tight end, in his 7th year out of Tulsa. That's a gain of 15 yards. First down Raiders. James Arian on the tackle for Pittsburgh, number 28, in his 6th year out of Texas. First and 10 from the 37-yard line. 6:35 and counting. Edwards under center. Edwards back. Edwards throws, gets it out to Harrison. A 5-yard gain to the 32-yard line. Make it 6 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Colton Harrison, the 4th-year receiver out of Duke, on the catch. Opening drive, the Raiders marching it down the field. It'll be 2nd and 4 from the 32-yard line. 4 receivers wide. Edwards under center. Edwards hands off to Chappell, and Chappell makes his way down to the 27-yard line. Let's take a look at the Steeler defense. They play a 3-4. Hayward, Brown, and Childs up front. Linebackers, Brand, Timmons, Taylor, and Rivers. And the secondary for the Pittsburgh Steelers, Craven, Harper, DeRise, and Arian. It'll be 30 inches for the Raiders at the Pittsburgh 27-yard line. 5:45 and counting here in the first quarter. Opening drive of the game, the Raiders have marched down the field. On third down, Edwards under center. Edwards hands off to Chappell inside, and Chappell down to the 20-yard line. The mark of out the 21, a 6-yard gain. First down Raiders. As the Raider drive continues to start the ball game. Nate Childs, number 70, on the tackle for Pittsburgh in his 6th year at Louisiana Tech. Raiders come out, 1st and 10 at the Steeler 21. 4 receivers wide. Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards drops back. Rolls out. Looks downfield. He's going to tuck and run. And he gets down to the 19-yard line. A gain of 2 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 8. Long opening drive by Oakland. 4:45 and counting here in the first quarter. Steelers have yet to touch the ball. 2nd and 8 from the 19-yard line. In the I formation. Edwards play action. Throws downfield to Francesca down to the 6-yard line. A 13-yard reception by James Francesca, the 5th-year receiver out of the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. First down Raiders. It'll be 1st and goal at the Steelers 6. A long opening drive. 4:10 and counting here in the first quarter. 1st and goal from the Steelers 6-yard line. Raiders come out in the I. Edwards hands off to Chappell. Touchdown Raiders. A 6-yard touchdown run by John Chappell. And the Raiders take a 6-0 lead. A nice opening drive by Oakland, just marching down the field. Capped off by a 6-yard touchdown run by John Chappell. And now Alan McCoy will come on for the extra point. McCoy for the PAT. It's up, and it's good. Raiders lead at 7-0. 4 minutes exactly left to play in the first quarter. Live from Three Rivers Stadium, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Week 2, our Monday night football game here at Jammin' Sports. The final game of week number 2. Danny White will kick off for the Raiders. Leading 7-0. There's the kick. This will be fielded by Cobbs, about 4 yards deep, a touchback. And the Steelers will have it at their own 25-yard line, 1st and 10. Steelers led by their starting quarterback, Joseph Murphy, in his 5th year out of Army. The Raiders next week will host Denver, their first home game. The Steelers next week will be on the road at the Browns. First and 10 from the 25-yard line. 4 receivers wide for the Steelers. Murphy in the gun. Murphy back. Looks downfield, throws, gets it out to Bernard. Out to the 35-yard line. Monty Bernard, a 10-yard reception. First down, Pittsburgh. Bernard, the 9th-year receiver out of Ole Miss. First down, Pittsburgh. Diving catch by Bernard. First and 10 from the 35. 3:40 and counting here in the first quarter. Raiders up 7-0. 4 receivers wide for the Steelers. Murphy in the shotgun. Murphy hands off to Rushing up the middle. And Rushing gets down to the 44-yard line, a gain of 9. Cody Rushing, the rookie out of Virginia Tech, their first-round draft pick. A gain of 8. It'll be 2nd and 2. They have high hopes for Cody Rushing, their first-round draft pick out of Virginia Tech, the Hokie. On 2nd and 2 from the 44-yard line. Murphy under center. Murphy hands off to Rushing, and Rushing goes down. No gain. It'll be 3rd down and 2. Let's take a look at the Steelers' offense. Up front, Parker, Benjamin, Pouncey, Charette, and Coleman. And then it's Shanklin, Cason, Rushing, Dixon, and Bernard. It'll be 3rd and 2 from the 44-yard line. .245 and counting here in the first quarter. 3rd and 2 for the Steelers at their own 44. They come out in the I. Murphy to Rushing, and Rushing's not going to get there. Making the hit, number 94 for the Raiders, Ethan Washington, the 4th-year defensive tackle out of San Jose State. Just a gain of a yard. It'll be 4th and 1, and the Steelers are going to have to punt. .215 and counting here in the first quarter. Dave Justice back to punt in his 4th year out of Air Force. Gets the punt away. This will be fair caught at the 10-yard line. Making the fair catch, Marcus Robinson in his 12th year out of Stanford. The Raiders will have it 1st and 10 from their own 10-yard line. 2:07 left to play here in the first quarter. Raiders up 7-0. Live from Three Rivers Stadium, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Week 2, our Monday night football game here at Jammin' Sports. So the Raiders score a touchdown on their opening drive. Pittsburgh, they had to punt. Raiders come out in the I. Edwards under center. Edwards hands off to Chappell. And Chappell no gain out to the 10-yard line. Actually loses a yard. It'll be 2nd and 11. Making the tackle, number 93, Tony Brown, in his 13th year out of Memphis. It's historically always been hard to run on the Steeler defense. It'll be 2nd and 11 for the Raiders back at the 10-yard line. 1:45 and counting here in the first quarter. Raiders up 7-0. They come out in the I. Edwards to Chappell again, and Chappell, he's going to lose a yard this time. On the tackle, Cameron Hayward, number 95, in his 7th year out of Ohio State. It'll be a no gain. It'll be 3rd and 11 at the 9. 1:20 and counting. A big 3rd down for the Raiders right here at 3rd and 11. 4 receivers wide. Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards back. Edwards steps up, rolls out, looking, and he's going to be hit out of bounds at the 12-yard line. A gain of 3. They're going to be well shy of the first down. It'll bring up 4th and 9. Lawrence Timmons made the tackle, number 94 for the Steelers, on the sideline. Timmons in his 11th year out of Florida State. And the Raiders are going to have to punt. Be punting from their own end zone. Danny White back to punt, who they picked up from the Cowboys when Ray Guy finally retired. Ray Guy retired after 29 seasons. And they picked up Danny White as a free agent from the Cowboys. On 4th and 9, White bobbles it, and it's blocked! And the Steelers fall on it in the end zone for the touchdown. Pittsburgh blocks the punt, getting the touchdown. Abraham Clark, the rookie out of Kansas State. He recovers the fumble. Who blocked it? It was blocked by number 21. That's Ben DeRise, the rookie out of New Mexico State. So a couple of rookies make a big play for the Steelers. They get the touchdown off the block punt fumble recovery. And now Jace Morris, the rookie out of Utah, for the extra point to tie the game up. The extra point is up and good. We're tied at 7 with 1:02 remaining here in the first quarter. Live from Three Rivers Stadium, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Week 2, our Monday Night Football game here at Jammin' Sports. The final game of Week 2. And the Steelers' special teams comes up big with a block punt recovery in the end zone for a touchdown. So the Steelers have tied it up. They'll kick off. Dave Justice will kick off. The fourth-year punter out of Air Force. There's the kick by Justice. Fielded by Peterson at the 6-yard line over the 20, 25, 30. Tyler Peterson, a flag is down. He gets out to about the 31-yard line. It's going to be a holding call on the Raiders. That's going to be on Jason Siegel, number 88. That'll back it up to the 21-yard line. And that's where Oakland will have it 1st and 10 in a tie ball game. 56 seconds left here in the first quarter. The Raiders and the Steelers, live from Pittsburgh. Edwards under center on 1st and 10. Edwards, play action, throws downfield to Siegel, and Jason Siegel down to the 38-yard line. A gain of 17 yards, first down Oakland. Jason Siegel, the 7th-year tight end out of Tulsa. A Tulsa Hurricane. James Arian on the tackle, number 28 for the Steelers. In his 6th year out of Texas, number 28. 35 seconds left here in the first quarter. Raiders and Steelers tied at 7. 1st and 10 for the Raiders at their own 38. Edwards under center, hands off to Chappell, and Chappell 3 yards out to the 41-yard line. Make it 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 8. Nate Childs on the tackle, number 70. Coming up on the end of the first quarter, it'll be 2nd and 8 for the Raiders at their own 41. Let's see if they get the playoff in time. I don't think they will. And that's the end of the first quarter. We're tied at 7 here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome back to Three Rivers Stadium, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Our Week 2 Monday Night Football game to close out the week here at Jammin' Sports. We start the second quarter. The Raiders and the Steelers are tied at 7. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Raiders from their own 41-yard line as we start quarter number 2. Kevin Edwards under center. Scott Murray in motion. Edwards hands off to Chappell around the outside. Chappell across midfield to the Steeler 47-yard line. A gain of 12 yards and a Raider first down. The 10th-year running back out of Arkansas, John Chappell. Nate Childs on the tackle, number 70 for the Steelers. So the Raiders in Steeler territory for the second time at the Pittsburgh 47-yard line. 4 receivers wide. Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards hands off to Chappell again. Chappell weaving his way down to the 40-yard line. A gain of 7. Make it a gain of 8. It'll be 2nd and 2. John Chappell, the 10th-year veteran. Nate Childs on the tackle, along with Tyler Hackett, number 98, in his 5th year out of Citadel. It'll be 2nd and 2 for Oakland at the Pittsburgh 40-yard line. 4 receivers wide. Edwards in the shotgun. Siegel in motion. Hands off to Chappell. He's got the first down all the way down to the 32-yard line. A gain of 8. First down, Raiders. The Raiders. That's the way Al Davis used to talk about him. The Raiders. Al Davis had that Brooklyn accent where all the ERs sounded like an A. The Raiders and the Steelers. 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. Edwards under center. Hands off to Chappell, and Chappell's going to be hit in the backfield. A loss of 2 yards on the play. Tyler Hackett, number 98, making the tackle. A loss of 3. It'll be 2nd and 13. .6:10 and counting here in the first half. Raiders and Steelers tied at 7. 4 receivers set wide. Edwards under center. He'll hand off to Peterson this time. Tyler Peterson a yard to the 33-yard line. And we have an injury timeout. Tyler Peterson got shaken up on the play with 5:59 left to play in the first half. Peterson in his 7th year out of Illinois. He spent 5 years with Detroit. Now in his 2nd year with the Raiders. It'll be 3rd and 11. Hopefully Peterson can return to the ball game. It'll be 3rd and 11 for Oakland from the Pittsburgh 33-yard line. 5:59 left to play here in the first half. We're tied at 7. Raiders have 4 receivers set wide. Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards drops back. He rolls out. Throws. Nobody home. Nobody there. Incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down. This will be a 50-yard field goal attempt coming up by Alan McCoy. It's 4th and 11 at the 33-yard line. This will be from 50 yards to give the Raiders the lead again. Barker to hold. The kick is up, and he doesn't make it. It's no good. We remain tied at 7. And the Steelers will have it at their own 40-yard line. 1st and 10 going the other way. That was just a bad kick by Alan McCoy. Raiders and Steelers still tied at 7. 5:49 left to play in the first half. The Steelers offense comes back out, led by Joseph Murphy, number 16. The Steelers won the AFC Central last season with an 8-8 record. Then they lost in the opening round of the playoffs in the wild card round to the Broncos. Second straight season, the Steelers are 1 and done in the playoffs. 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. Murphy in the shotgun. Hands off to Rushing out to the 46-yard line. A gain of 7 by Cody Rushing, the rookie out of Virginia Tech. It'll bring up 2nd and 3. Making the tackle, number 30, Kevin Zachary, the third-year safety out of Baylor. 5.5 minutes left here in the first half. We're tied at 7. The Steelers have it at their own 46. 2nd and 3. Murphy in the gun. Murphy hands off to Rushing. He gets hit in the backfield. A 2-yard loss on the play. Number 93, Leighton Cripps, in his 5th year out of Kansas State, makes the tackle. It'll be 3rd and 5. Coming up on 5 minutes left. 3rd and 5 from the 44-yard line. 4 receivers wide for the Steelers. Murphy in the gun. Murphy back. Murphy looking. Throws downfield to Shanklin. Down to the 43-yard line. First down, Pittsburgh. A 13-yard reception by Ron Shanklin, the 4th-year receiver out of Oregon State. Chris Viceroy on the tackle, number 26 for the Raiders. First down, Pittsburgh. Into Raider territory at the 43-yard line. Steelers on the move. 4:35 and counting here in the first half. They have it at the Raider 43-yard line. 4 receivers wide. Murphy in the shotgun on first down. Murphy back. Looks downfield. Throws. Gets it off to Pendleton, who takes it out to the 36-yard line. A gain of 7. It'll bring up 2nd and 3. Victor Pendleton, the 8th-year receiver out of Utah. On the tackle, number 56, Ben Porter, the rookie out of Alabama. It'll be 2nd and 3 for the Steelers at the Raider 36. 4 receivers set wide. Murphy in the gun. Murphy back. Gets out to Shanklin, out to the 28-yard line. A gain of 8 yards and a Steeler first down. Clock continues to move. 3:42 and counting. Steelers on the move. We're tied at 7. They're in inside field goal range at the 28-yard line. It would be a 45-yard field goal from here. .335 and counting. Steelers trying to take the lead before halftime. Murphy under center. Murphy hands off to Rushing, and Cody Rushing a yard out to the 27-yard line. Making the hit, number 53. That's Russell Smith, the 8th-year linebacker out of Alabama. It'll bring up 2nd and 9 from the 27-yard line. We're coming up on the 3-minute mark in the first half. 4 receivers wide. Murphy in the gun. Murphy back. Murphy throws downfield, incomplete. He overthrew his receiver. That'll stop the clock. 2:56 left in the half. It'll bring up 3rd and 9 from the 27-yard line. Big third down coming up. It'd be a 44-yard field goal from here. Steelers come out with Murphy in the shotgun on 3rd and 9. Murphy back to throw. Steps up. He gets sacked back at the 33-yard line. Eldon McCorkle came in on the corner blitz in his 4th year out of Syracuse and gets the sack. That's going to be a loss of 6 yards. It'll be 4th down. 4th and 14. And it puts the Steelers back at the 33-yard line. This is going to be a 50-yard field goal attempt by Jace Morris, the rookie out of Utah. This would give the Steelers the lead. It'll be from 50 yards. Chuck Minio to hold. The kick is up, and it's good. The rookie nails it from 50 yards. And the Steelers take a 10-7 lead. With 2:22 left to play in the first half, live from Three Rivers Stadium, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Week number 2, our Monday night football game to wrap up the week here at Jammin' Sports. So the Raiders scored first. They were up 7-0, but now 10 unanswered Steeler points, and the Steelers take a 10-7 lead. Still plenty of time, 2:22 left here in the first half. Both teams still have 3 timeouts. If you missed the earlier game tonight, the 49ers defeated the Cowboys 16-10. That's in the video section. There's the kickoff. Fielded by Robinson, 4 yards deep. It'll be a touchback, and the Raiders will have it at their own 25-yard line. Oakland still has 3 timeouts. Plenty of time for them to score again before halftime. On a beautiful night in Pittsburgh, the Raiders come in at 1-0, the Steelers 0-1. On 1st and 10 from the 25, Edwards in the shotgun. Drops back, throws to the near side, incomplete. He was looking for the tight end, Jason Siegel. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 25-yard line. .219 left here in the first half. We're coming up on the 2-minute warning. Edwards under center. Drops back to pass. Edwards throws deep to Harrison. All the way out to the 45-yard line. A 20-yard reception. First down, Raiders. Colton Harrison, the 4th-year receiver out of Duke. As we watch the replay. And that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Steelers up 10-7 here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome back to Three Rivers Stadium, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Week 2, our Monday night football game here at Jammin' Sports. The Steelers lead the Raiders 10-7. Both teams still have 3 timeouts. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Raiders at their own 45-yard line, trying to, at the very least, tie it up before halftime. 3 receivers to the near side. Edwards in the shotgun on 1st and 10. Edwards drops back, throws, gets it out to Harrison, out to the 50-yard line, a 5-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 5. Raiders in the hurry up. They got to get the receivers back and lined up. Edwards in the shotgun, takes the snap, throws, gets it out, incomplete. Broken up by Gabriel Taylor, the 2nd-year linebacker out of Oregon. It'll bring up 3rd and 5, and that'll stop the clock with 1:39 left here in the first half. Steelers up 10-7. Third and 5 from the 50-yard line. 5 receivers wide. Edwards in the shotgun on 3rd and 5. Edwards back, throws, gets it off to Francesca. All the way down to the 41-yard line. A gain of 9. A Raider first down. Raiders in the hurry-up. 1:30 and counting. Edwards in the shotgun from the Steeler 41. Back to throw. Throws deep. Gets it out to Siegel. Underneath. Down to the 32-yard line. A gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and 1. The clock continues to move. 1:12 and counting. Raiders in field goal range now. It'd be a 49-yard field goal from here. 2nd and 1 for the Steeler 32-yard line. Raiders come out. 4 receivers wide. Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards back to throw. Throws, gets out to Squirick. down to the 21-yard line. A gain of 11, and the Raiders take a timeout with 51 seconds left in the half. A gain of 11 down to the Steeler 21-yard line. Tom Squirick, the third-year receiver out of Memphis. First and 10 from the Steeler 21-yard line. The Raiders in field goal range, but they're looking to take the lead before halftime. First and 10. Raiders come out, 4 receivers wide. Kevin Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards back. Throws, gets it out to Francesca. Down to the 15-yard line. The Raiders take a timeout. A gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. 45 seconds left until halftime. Steelers up 10-7, but the Raiders are threatening at the Steeler 15-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 4. Long timeout. Now we're ready to go. From the Steeler 15, 2nd and 4 for Oakland. 3 receivers to the near side. Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards back. Steps up, throws to the end zone. Incomplete. Just threw it away. Couldn't find a receiver. It'll bring up 3rd and 4 at the 15-yard line. And that'll stop the clock with 41 seconds left until halftime. It'll be 3rd down. 4 receivers wide for the Raiders. Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards back. Looks to the end zone. Throws underneath the Seagull. Down to the 3-yard line. A gain of 12. It'll be 1st and goal Raiders. 30 seconds. They need to hurry up and call a play and get to the line of scrimmage. A 12-yard reception by Jason Seagull, the tight end. Lawrence Timmons on the tackle, number 94 for the Steelers. But the clock is moving. The Raiders still have a timeout. "24 seconds. They have time to take a shot. 1st and goal from the 3. But they got to hurry. Raiders come to the line of scrimmage. 4 receivers wide. Edwards in the gun. 12 seconds. They got to get the snap off. Edwards to the end zone. Throws. Francesca cannot hold on. Incomplete. Broken up by James Arian, number 28. And that'll stop the clock with 8 seconds left in the half. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 3. Now if you're the Raiders, kick the field goal. Tie it up. Now they're going to take another shot with 8 seconds left. This has to be quick. Edwards from the 3-yard line in the shotgun. Edwards back, looks to the end zone, throws to Francesca. Touchdown, Raiders. A 3-yard touchdown reception to James Francesca, the 5th-year receiver out of the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. And the Raiders gamble. It pays off. They get the touchdown, and they'll take the lead going into halftime. They're up 13-10 with the extra point coming. Nice drive by the Raiders to retake the lead right before half. Alan McCoy will come on for the extra point. The kick is up, and it's good. The Raiders take a 14-10 lead. 5 seconds left here in the first half. The Steelers still have all 3 of their timeouts, but they only have 5 seconds till halftime. So the Raiders go up by 4, 14-10. The Raiders at 1-0. They'd love to be 2-0 and tie the Chargers and Seahawks atop the AFC West. The Steelers don't want to be in an 0-2 hole to start the season. Danny White kicks off. Fielded by Cobbs, who brings it out over the 20, 25, 30. And Cobbs out to the 32-yard line. Chris Cobbs, the rookie out of Virginia, on the return. 1 second left until halftime. 1st and 10 Steelers from their own 32. Let's see what they do. Do they run a play, take a knee, throw a Hail Mary? What are they going to do? With 1 second left in the half. Steelers come out. They're lining up for a Hail Mary. It's probably what they'll do. Murphy in the shotgun. Murphy back, throws into a crowd downfield, bounces around, incomplete. We've hit halftime. Your halftime score, the Raiders 14, the Steelers 10. Here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Three Rivers Stadium. As we get set for the second half, the Raiders lead the Steelers 14-10. The Raiders will kick off. The Steelers will get the ball first here in the second half. In a game that's gone back and forth. It's a good game so far. Kicking off will be Danny White. It'll be fielded by Cason at the 7-yard line. Jermaine Cason brings it out to the 29-yard line. The third year back out of Tennessee on the return. Joseph Murphy, the 5th-year quarterback out of Army, will come out to lead the offense. 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. The Steelers down by 4, 14-10. Next week, the Steelers play at the 2-0 Browns. They don't want to go into that game 0-2. The Raiders will face the 0-2 Broncos at home next week. Murphy under center on 1st and 10. Murphy hands off to Cody Rushing. And Rushing a 4-yard gain to the 33-yard line. Make it a 5-yard gain. Russell Smith on the tackle. Number 53 for Oakland. He'll be 2nd and 5. 7.5 minutes left now in the third quarter. 2nd and 5 from the 33 for the Steelers. Murphy under center. Murphy to Rushing again, and Cody Rushing out to the 37-yard line. That'll be a gain of 3 to bring up 3rd and 2. Levi Gray on the tackle, the linebacker in his 5th year out of Nebraska. It'll bring up 3rd down for the Steelers. Big 3rd down coming up, 3rd and 2 for Pittsburgh at their own 37. Steelers come out in the I formation. Morrison in motion. Murphy hands off to Rushing, and Rushing is not going to get there. Coming up to make the tackle is the defensive back Marcus Robinson in his 12th year out of Stanford. Comes in on the corner blitz and makes the play. No gain by Rushing. It'll be 4th down, and the Steelers, they're going to have to punt. They go 3 and out on the opening drive of the second half. It'll be 4th and 2 from the 37-yard line. Dave Justice back to punt. Gets the punt away. This will go into the end zone, touchback. The Raiders will have it at their own 20-yard line. 6:28 left here in the third quarter. Raiders up 14-10. live from Three Rivers Stadium, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Week 2, our Monday night football game here at Jammin' Sports. .6:28 left here in the third quarter. Raiders come out. Kevin Edwards under center. He's got Francesca in motion. Edwards drops back, looks downfield, rolls out, throws, gets it out to Siegel, all the way out to the 33-yard line. A 13-yard gain. First down, Raiders. The 7th-year tight end out of Tulsa University, Jason Siegel. He spent 2 years with the Dolphins, now in his 5th year with the Raiders. That's got to be the surprise game of the week in Week 2, Buffalo beating Miami. That was the upset of the season so far. 1st and 10 from the 33. Raiders in the eye. Edwards hands off to Chappell up the middle. John Chappell dragging his way down to the 43-yard line. A gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and inches. James Arian on the tackle, number 28 for the Steelers. A 9-yard gain by John Chappell. Chappell has 70 yards rushing now on the day. Just needs 30 for 100. It'll be 2nd and inches for the Raiders at their own 43. In the I formation again. Edwards hands off to Chappell. He's got the first down as he moves forward all the way out to the 49-yard line. A gain of 6. First down, Raiders at their own 49-yard line. Lawrence Timmons on the tackle. Raiders up 14-10, trying to take a 2-score lead if they can get a touchdown here. Cameron Hayward on the tackle, number 95 for the Steelers. The 7th-year defensive end out of Ohio State. We're coming up on the 5-minute mark here in the third quarter. Edwards under center. Edwards, play action. Rolls out. Throws deep. He's got a man, Siegel, down to the 30-yard line. A 31-yard reception to Jason Siegel. And Siegel's closing in on 100 yards receiving. Another Raider first down to the Steeler 30-yard line. 4:40 and counting here in the third. Raiders up 14-10. Raiders trying to get to 2-0 to start the season. Edwards under center on 1st and 10. Play action. Rolls out. Watch out. And he avoids the sack the first time, but not the second time. Making the sack, Gabriel Taylor, the linebacker, number 57. It'll be a loss of 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 13. Gabriel Taylor, the 2nd-year linebacker out of Oregon. A 3-yard loss on the sack. Nate Childs couldn't get him down, but Taylor cleaned up and made the tackle. We're coming up on 4 minutes now left to play in the third quarter. 2nd and 13 from the 33 of Pittsburgh. Edwards under center. Edwards hands off to Chappell up the middle, and Chappell down to the 28-yard line. A gain of 5 yards. It'll be 3rd and 8. Lawrence Timmons made the tackle for the Steelers. 3:35 and counting here in the third. Big third down for the Raiders. 3rd and 8 from the Steeler 28. 4 receivers wide. Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards back. Edwards rolls out. Throws downfield to Skwarek. Down to the Steeler 15-yard line. A 13-yard reception by Tom Squirick, the third-year receiver out of Memphis. First down, Oakland, down to the Pittsburgh 15-yard line. Another Raider first down. If the Raiders get a touchdown, they'll go up by 2 scores. They're up by 4 at the moment, 14-10. As we're coming up on 3 minutes left in the third quarter. First and 10 Raiders for the Steeler 15. Edwards in the I formation. Edwards hands off to Chappell, and Chappell gets down to the 12, a gain of 3 yards. Make it a gain of 4. It'll bring up 2nd and 6. Chappell now at 84 yards rushing, just needs 16 more for 100. They're down to the Steeler 12-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 6. Raiders come out with Edwards under center. Edwards hands off to Tyler Peterson, who's back in the game. A 4-yard gain down to the 8-yard line. Make it a 3-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 3. 2:15 and counting here in the third. Raiders knocking at the door. If nothing else, they'll kick a field goal. But they're thinking touchdown here. 3rd and 3 from the Steeler 8. 4 receivers wide. Edwards in the gun. Edwards back. Looks to the end zone. Throws outside to Robinson. Down to the 3-yard line. Actually, that was Harrison. I'm sorry. Colton Harrison, who made the catch. A gain of 5. It'll be 1st and goal Raiders at the Steeler 3. Colton Harrison making the catch. Got both feet in. Under 2 minutes left now in the third quarter. 1st and goal from the 3. Raiders trying to punch it in. They come out in the I. Edwards hands off to Peterson again. Peterson pushing his way forward. No gain. Down at the 3-yard line. On the tackle, number 97, Darius Stewart. In his 2nd year out of Georgia. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line. 1:30 and counting. Second and goal from the 3-yard line. Edwards in the shotgun. Squirick in motion. Edwards to Chappell, and Chappell gets plowed over. A 3-yard loss back to the 6-yard line. Coming up to make the tackle, number 30, Roman Harper, the former Saint in his 12th year out of Alabama. Spent 11 years with New Orleans. The Saints let him go. The Steelers picked him up. And that's going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 6-yard line. 1 minute and counting here in the third quarter. Raiders up by 4. Steelers trying to hold Oakland to a field goal. 4 receivers wide on 3rd and goal. Chappell goes out as a receiver. Edwards back. Looking. Throws. Incomplete. Harrison caught it, but he was well out of bounds. It'll bring up 4th down. It'll be 4th and goal. And the Raiders will have to kick a field goal. This will be a 23-yard attempt by Alan McCoy. This will put the Raiders up by 7. From 23 yards. There's the snap. Kick is up. And it's good. The Raiders lead at 17-10. 41 seconds left to play. Here in the third quarter. Live from Three Rivers Stadium, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Week number 2 here at Jammin' Sports, our Monday night game to wrap up the week. As Howard Cosell famously once said, "What a football game this has turned out to be." Raiders up by 7. Still lots of football left to be played. 41 seconds left in the third quarter. Steelers still down by a touchdown. Danny White will kick on. Fielded by Cason at the 7-yard line over the 20, 25. Jermaine Cason out to the 28-yard line. The Steelers will have it 1st and 10 from their own 28 with 37 seconds left here in the third quarter. Down by 7. The Steelers can tie it up on this drive if they get a touchdown. No need to hurry. There's still plenty of time. Joseph Murphy comes out in the offset eye on 1st and 10. Murphy, play action, throws down the middle. It's intercepted by Russell Smith, the linebacker, and Smith brings it back to the 26-yard line. The Raiders get it right back. The linebacker, Russell Smith, in his 8th year out of Alabama, picks it off and brings it back to the Steeler 26-yard line. The Raiders in great field position now, up by 7. They can make it a 2-score game. They're already in field goal range. It was almost like Russell Smith was the receiver. So the Raider offense comes back out with a chance to take a 2-score lead. Major mistake by Pittsburgh. 32 seconds left here in the third. Raiders up 17-10. The Raiders. Raiders come out. Edwards, play action, throws. He got hit as he threw, incomplete. He short hopped it. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10. He had a Steeler in his face. Couldn't get the ball off in time. That'll stop the clock with 28 seconds left. It was Cameron Hayward that was all over him, number 95. 2nd and 10 from the Steeler 26. In the I formation. Edwards back, hands off to Chappell, a draw play. That doesn't fool the Steelers. A loss of 2 yards. On the tackle, Gabriel Taylor. And that'll bring up 3rd and 12, a loss of 2. As we're coming up on the end of the third quarter, Raiders up 17-10. Let's see if they get the next play off. It'll be 3rd and 12 from the Steeler 28. I don't think they will. On 3rd and 12, they don't. That's the end of the third quarter. Raiders lead at 17-10 here at Chapman Sports. And welcome back to Three Rivers Stadium, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Here at Chapman Sports, we go to the fourth quarter. Our Week 2 Monday Night Football game to wrap up the week. Raiders lead the Steelers 17-10. It'll be 3rd and 12 for Oakland, trying to capitalize off the interception at the Steeler 28-yard line. Raiders trying to take a 2-score lead. 4 receivers wide. Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards back. Steps up, rolls out. He's going to take off as he gets down to the 24-yard line. That'll be a gain of 5. It'll bring up 4th and 7. Lawrence Timmons on the tackle, number 94 for Pittsburgh. And the Raiders once again will have to settle for 3. But this will put them up by 10. It'll make it a 2-score lead. This will be a 41-yard field goal attempt by Alan McCoy to put the Raiders up by 10. He's got Barker to hold from 41 yards. The kick is up, and it's good. Raiders lead it 20-10, 7:24 left to play. Here in the fourth quarter, live from Three Rivers Stadium, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Week 2, our Monday Night Football game here at Chapman Sports to wrap up week number 2. The Monday Night Football game next week is a good one. In week 3, it'll be the San Francisco 49ers and the New England Patriots. Both those teams are 2-0. Should be a good game. Danny White will kick off. This will be fielded in the end zone by Jermaine Cason. He takes a knee. Touchback. The Steelers will have it at their own 25-yard line. 7:24 left to play in regulation. The Steelers down by 10, 20-10. Joseph Murphy comes out. The Steelers need 2 scores. The Steelers really need to score on this drive if they want a shot. The Raider defense has played well. Steelers 1st and 10 from their own 25. 4 receivers wide. Murphy in the gun. Murphy pump fakes. Looking. Throws outside to Dixon. Ed Dixon, the tight end, his first catch of the day. Out to the 32-yard line. A gain of 7. It'll bring up 2nd and 3. Ed Dixon, the tight end, in his 8th year out of Oregon. Russell Smith on the tackle, number 53. It'll be 2nd and 3. 7 minutes left to play in regulation. On 2nd and 3 from the 32-yard line. Murphy under center. Takes the snap, hands off to Cody Rushing. And Rushing across the 40, out to the 43-yard line. A gain of 11. First down, Pittsburgh. That'll move the chains. .635 and counting. The Steelers, they really need to score on this drive. 1st and 10 from the 43, their own 43. Down by 10, 4 receivers wide. Murphy in the shotgun. Murphy back to throw. Throws across the middle to Dixon. He can't hold on. They're going to call that a fumble. And the Raiders come up with it. McCorkle on the return. He could go all the way. He stumbles down at the 22-yard line. They're going to call that a reception and a fumble on Ed Dixon. That was such a bang-bang play. Let's watch the replay. Did he have possession and make a football move? I don't think so. They should review that. That should be an incomplete pass. He didn't even get his feet down before he fumbled, I don't think. Let's take a look. There's the catch. Well, he took 3 steps. They were quick steps, but he took 3 steps. They're going to rule that a fumble. That is a tough break for the Steelers. And the Raiders now, already up by 10, have it at the Steeler 22-yard line. The Raiders now, they're looking to go 2-0 to start the season. They had a big win in Buffalo last week. And now they're looking to upset the Steelers. 1st and 10 from the Steeler 22. Edwards in the I formation. He'll play action. Rolls out to the far side. Throws downfield to Siegel, and he can't hold on. Broken up by Roman Harper, number 30. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the 22-yard line. That'll stop the clock. 6:05 left. If the Steelers can hold the Raiders to a field goal, it'll keep it a 2-score game. Kevin Edwards under center on 2nd and 10. He'll hand off to Chappell up the middle. A nice gain by Chappell across the 20 to the 18-yard line. A gain of 5. That'll bring up 3rd and 5. Gabriel Taylor, the linebacker, on the tackle, number 57. 5:45 and counting. The clock is running. 3rd and 5 for Oakland from the Pittsburgh 18. Raiders trying to put this one away. They come out in the I formation. Edwards to Chappell again. Chappell goes down at the 16-yard line. A gain of 2. He's going to be well shy of the first down. Jake Craven on the tackle, number 26. in his second year out of Ohio State. It'll be 4th down, and the Raiders will kick another field goal. This will be a 33-yard attempt for Oakland. It'll put them up by 13. It'll keep it a 2-score game for the Steelers. The Raiders have dominated the second half. Alan McCoy from 33 yards. The Steelers haven't scored in the second half. The kick is up, and it's good. The Raiders take a 23-10 lead with 5:07 remaining here in the fourth quarter. We're live from Three Rivers Stadium, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Week 2, our Monday night football game to wrap up the week here at Jammin' Sports. So the Raiders up by 2 touchdowns with 5:07 left. There is time for Pittsburgh, but they got to score quickly. They can't mess around. They got to score and score fast if they're going to have a shot. Danny White will tee it up for the Raiders. There's the kick. Fielded by Cason in the end zone. He downs it. It'll be a touchback. The Steelers will have it at their own 25-yard line with 5:07 left. Down by 13. The Raiders are just over 5 minutes away from being 2-0 to start the year, with 2 road wins to start the season. The Raiders will play their home opener against Denver next week. And the Steelers will be on the road at Cleveland. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Murphy in the shotgun. Rushing goes out as a receiver. Murphy back. Throws inside to Dixon. The tight end turns upfield down to the 38-yard line. A gain of 13 yards and a first down for Pittsburgh. Under 5 minutes, the clock is running. The Steelers at their own 38-yard line. The Steelers, they have to score quickly here. Time is not on their side. 4:45 and counting. 1st and 10 from their own 38. Murphy in the gun with 2 backs back there with him. Takes the snap. Looking, he got hit as he threw, incomplete. He got hit and it affected the throw. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10. That'll stop the clock with 4:34 left. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Steelers at their own 38-yard line. 4 receivers set wide. Murphy in the shotgun. Murphy back. Throws, gets it out to Bernard. Out to the 46-yard line. Monty Bernard. A gain of 9. It'll bring up 3rd and 1. The 9th-year receiver out of Ole Miss, Monty Bernard. 3rd and 1 for Pittsburgh. Clock continues to roll. 4:15 and counting. They're at their own 46-yard line. Murphy in the gun. 4 receivers wide. Murphy hands off to Rushing. And Rushing gets out to the 50-yard line. A 4-yard gain. First down Steelers. The clock is under 4 minutes now, though. The Steelers need to throw it downfield. They got to score twice. They're down by 13. .350 and counting. 1st and 10 for the Steelers, right at midfield. Murphy again in the shotgun. He sends Rushing out as a receiver again. Takes the snap, throws, gets it out to Dixon. Only a yard out to the 49-yard line. The Raiders were right there to tackle him, number 94, Ethan Washington. It'll bring up 2nd and 9. Clock continues to move. 3:20 and counting. You can't be throwing 2-yard passes. You got to throw it downfield. Second and 9 from the 49. 3:13 and counting. 4 receivers wide for the Steelers. Murphy in the gun. Murphy back. Murphy throws, and it's knocked down, incomplete. Knocking it down, number 25, Marcus Robinson. And that'll bring up third down for the Steelers. That'll stop the clock with 3:02 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Raiders up by 13, 23-10. A big third down for Pittsburgh coming up 3rd and 9 from the Raider 49-yard line. Steelers come out. They'll probably go for it on fourth down if they have to. Murphy in the shotgun. Murphy back. It's a blitz. Gets it off to Rushing. And Rushing goes down at the 48. Just a gain of 1. Nice tackle by James Kingston, number 52. The 6th-year linebacker out of LSU. It'll be 4th and 8. And the Steelers have to go for it. They're down by 13. Under 3 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Raiders up 23-10. Nice play by Kingston to keep it just a 1-yard gain. 2:45 and counting. It'll be 4th down. Steelers have to go for it at the Raider 48-yard line. Steelers come out. 4 receivers wide. Murphy in the shotgun. Murphy back. Steps up, throws, incomplete. It'll be a turnover on downs. The Raiders will take over at their own 48-yard line. The intended receiver was Ron Shanklin, number 85. But Murphy missed his target. It'll be first down, Raiders going the other way. And this one is just about over. The Raiders have shut out the Steelers here in the second half. In fact, the Steelers led at halftime. No, the Raiders did, I'm sorry, 14-10. But the Steelers have done nothing here in the second half. 2.5 minutes left. 1st and 10 for the Raiders at their own 48. Trying to run out the clock now. Up by 2 touchdowns. Edwards in the I formation. Edwards hands off to Chappell, and Chappell, he's going to lose a yard back to the 47-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 11. Nate Childs on the tackle, number 70. A loss of a yard. It'll be 2nd and 11. We're coming up on the 2-minute warning. There it is. And the Raiders lead at 23-10. We'll be back. And welcome back to Three River Stadium, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Week 2, our Monday night game to wrap up the week. The Raiders in control, 23-10 at the 2-minute warning. Both teams with 3 timeouts. The Steelers will start using them. It'll be 2nd and 11 for Oakland from their own 47-yard line. Up by 2 touchdowns. Kevin Edwards under center. Edwards hands off to Chappell, and Chappell gets a couple of yards out to the 49-yard line. The Steelers will take a timeout. They have 2 left. It'll be 3rd and 9 for the Raiders at their own 49-yard line. 1:57 left. The Raiders trying to hold on to win. They're up by 13. They're trying to get to 2-0. The Raiders will be 2-0, and the Steelers are going to drop to 0-2. As they go into Cleveland, they take on the Browns at 2-0. The surprising Browns are 2-0 to start the year. 3rd and 9 for Oakland. Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards hands off to Chappell up the middle. Chappell's got the first down out to the 41-yard line. A gain of 10 yards. The Steelers take a timeout. First down Raiders. The Steelers can only stop it one more time. That should do it. The Raiders should be able to run out the clock. The Steelers can only stop it one more time. The Raiders have really dominated the second half, shutting out the Steelers here in the second half. A minute 52 left. Raiders come out, 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. In the I formation, they'll just run out the clock here. Edwards under center. He'll hand off to Chappell again. Chappell up the middle. Another first down. All the way down to the 29-yard line. The Steelers take their final timeout. Now the Raiders can run things out. A minute 47 left. At the Steeler 29-yard line. The Raiders have looked impressive in their first 2 wins of the season, both on the road at Buffalo last week and now here in Pittsburgh. They head home to play the Broncos next week. 1st and 10 from the 29, 4 receivers wide. Edwards under center. Edwards hands off to Chappell around the outside. John Chappell all the way down to the 23-yard line. A gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. Lawrence Timmons on the tackle, number 94. The Steelers cannot stop the clock. A minute 25 and counting. Now it's down to 1:10. 2nd and 4 for the Raiders. At the Steeler 23, Edwards under center. He'll hand off to Chappell again. Chappell down to the 21-yard line. A gain of 2. It'll be 3rd and 2. Under a minute. One more snap and we're done. The Steelers are powerless to stop the clock. They'll get it under 40 seconds. This will be the last snap of the game. On 3rd and 2, in the victory formation, Edwards takes a knee, and that'll be it. The Raiders go to 2-0. The Steelers drop to 0-2. As the final seconds will tick away, an impressive win by the Raiders on the road. Final seconds tick away. Your final score: Oakland 23, Pittsburgh 10. Thanks for watching here at Jammin' Sports. We'll see you tomorrow night, 11 Eastern, as we start week number 3. We'll see you then. Good night, everybody.